Lizzie Arbigas with the Alexander City Outlook, and I'm here with Scott Hardy, and we are back to look at some more games to watch. This week we're doing Central Coosa, but obviously we have something we got to talk about before we talk about the games. Barry Simmons has resigned his position 6 days before the season. They don't have or before practice, I should say. What do you think is coming for the Cougars?
It's hard to project that, especially off the success and the kind of the momentum that has been brought to Coosa Central since Barry Simmons was there. Back-to-back 5-5 regular season win totals for the Cougars. First year he does make the playoffs. First time in quite some time that has occurred, and so there appeared to be some great things on the cusp of happening for the Cougars. But as you said, 6 days out before the first day of practice is not ideal to be on the coaching search. But if I'm not mistaken, they will be making some type of announcement later in the week.
Yes, they're hoping to take a recommendation to the school board on Thursday, so hopefully that will go smoothly and they'll be able to get back on track. All right, so some games to watch. First, we got Fayetteville. Last year, they got a pretty big victory over them. What do you expect from this game this year?
Well, that was the first victory that the Cougars were able to get over Fayetteville. They were 0-2 in their first appearances, but got a 34-7 victory last year. And as you alluded to in your games to watch preview, the proximity of the two teams provides a different feel for the game, so it should be great entertainment for both the fans and players.
Right. It seems like it's a nice little rivalry game for sure. BB Comer will be the next step games to watch. Also, you said there was a pretty cool. They've beaten them quite a bit recently.
Yeah, on paper it looks like BB Comer has really taken it to the Cougars, which they have 5-16 all time. Central is compared to BB Comer, but they've won the last three games, including a victory of 39-14 last season. So the Cougars appear to have their number now, but we'll see what happens with the subtraction of Tyus Evans and Mr. Graham from last season, who were very integral in the success of the offense.
Right, and they had a pretty big come-from-behind victory, and they had 27 points, I think, in the second half last year, so that sort of propelled them to a victory. And then lastly, our game to watch would be Childersburg, which just felt like the game heard around the world. I was back in Pennsylvania then, and we heard about it come over on the AP wire. What was the final score? 84?
I can't
62?
recall, but it was 146 combined points. I do know that. That was the
64?
all-time. Maybe that's what.
Something like that.
Something like that. 146 combined points, which was the
crazy.
all-time SSA record that was broken that night. So that is, and I mean, to score 62 points, that's the most that the Cougars had ever scored, and they still got a loss. So,
and I think it was also mostly the fourth quarter. Wasn't it relatively? It was 38.
I think there were 9
36?
touchdowns. I think combined in the fourth quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
So hopefully they can repeat that, because that's just pure entertainment.
Absolutely.
All right, next week we'll have our last Games to Watch series, and we'll be looking at the Real Town Rebels.